Okay, guys, so how's she going today? So I believe it is Sunday, and I got the freaking stupidest thing ever to tell you. This just absolutely pisses me off. Never really could figure it out why, but now I figured it out. And I'll give you a quick heads up here too. My LED light showed up for Big Red, and got that about 90% done. And yes, I did get it on video, but I need to get making on part 2 today. So part 1 is being edited right now, but I need to get going on part 2. But I'm not super crazy with the way it's working for me, but whatever. So anyways, what's going on? Mother just got done washing some clothes again, right? Ooh, and I'm white. Wow, stupid phone. So, like I said, Mother got done washing some clothes again. And there was water all over the basement floor again. Now, you guys remember when I said earlier, I think it was the old washer that was pissing. Actually, no, it was fucking not. So actually, the old washer was perfectly fine. I don't know how fucking stupid it could have been, but whatever. But I'm not going to worry about it too much now because, we got a brand new washer. And it's new, so I don't have to worry about it for a while. So that's the good side of the good thing about it. But where the water's coming from is actually in the sub pump. The sub pump is not kicking on soon enough to get the water out. So then what happens is the water just kind of like, I guess it overflows a little bit, and then it goes all over the basement floor. Well, there's something going on with, it's not the pump. The pump's fine. I already checked the pump because, we have to manually kick it on sometimes. So I think what's going on is that the water level fills up, and then when it gets to that pipe, because there's also a pipe that's in there for the snow water, it'll drip into the pump, right? But what happens is that the water level goes into that, and then it kind of levels off, and it's slow coming up. So then I guess what's happening is that the water is going so slow, it's going up so slow now that there's not enough pressure there to trip the pump on. It's not pushing the float thing up. So then what's happening is that the water's actually just going over it pretty much and just keeping it down, and then not allowing the pump to come on. And it does come up, the switch. It's just freaking close to kicking the pump on. But then, like I said, once it gets to that certain point, it's like the water goes over, and then the thing can't turn the pump on. So that's what the hell's going on. Now, I know on the sub pump, all you have to do is move those little rubber dewey's on the float. That changes when the pump will come on and when the pump will go off. Well, I need to change the one where the pump comes on. That needs to go up because I have it down in such a way where before, when there was just the snow water going in there, I would have the pump come on as soon as the water got right to the bitter top. So, because there's no point of it coming on halfway, So, but now that has to be changed because now I'm also running the washer water in that. And the washer water is going so fast when it flows in there. It gets the switch up there, but then it doesn't. Then it's just like the water, it just stops and it doesn't move enough to get the switch to turn on. It's kind of hard to explain, but it wants to kick the pump on, but it don't. There's not enough pressure there to kick that switch because that switch is kind of tight because it is an older pump. I don't know if the newer ones are more looser now, but I have a brand new pump. Well, not brand new, it's about 4 years old, but it's, my backup pump. So, in case this old one goes down, then I got a spare, right? But I don't know how I couldn't fucking figure that one out before. Because I guess it was doing that with the old washer, and here I thought it was just that the old washer had quit, it was pissing water everywhere. No, it's just overflowing in the sub pump because the pump's not coming on in time. It pisses me the hell off. Fucking $800, But whatever. I mean, if you think about it, it's a good thing anyway, because I don't have to worry about it now. I I didn't mind the old washer. I just was kind of worried that I might start having problems with it at some point. Because, you know, it is like 6 years, you know, it was 6 years old. So, it was about time anyway. And I know, I think it was Crazy JD Kid, something like that. Anyways, I don't know, maybe it was someone else, I don't know. But he was telling me that he has to get new washers all the time, like every 7-8 years or something like that. You know, well, apparently he washes clothes quite a bit. Well, you know, that's normal. That can happen if you use them a lot. You'll just wear them out too quick. But, you know, ours was already 6 years old. So, I mean, it would have been just about time anyway, you know. But, I think with this new one now, the way my mother washes, I kind of think it would last us at least maybe 20 years. I'm thinking that because we're not using it that much. And my mother only had 2 loads of clothes to wash today, and I was like, well, goddamn, I need a third one to test it, to figure, you know, because the first time it had overflowed, and she does a double rinse, so you know it puts tons of water in there. But I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't know it was overflowing out of the pump, you know. So she was already on her second load. Well, the second load didn't give me nothing. I needed a third one. So I had to go make up a third load of clothes to wash. So I first just grabbed whatever I thought was dirty and I threw it in the washer. But come to find out, it's overflowing in the pump. Not the pump itself, but the hole, you know, that the pump sits in. Because I watched it. And the water level got this close to the freaking top, right? And I was like, okay, I have to trip it on because it's just going to all over the fucking place. And I already did that earlier. And I was like, I don't need more of a damn mess, you know? You know, and I spent 3 days drying all that water on the floor from the last time it did that. Like, I'm so ticked off. You know, but I'm not going to, you know, like, kick myself in the ass, you know, in such a way, but it was about time for a new washer anyway. So, fuck it. We're done with it. I don't have to buy a new one now for a long time, so just, you know, whatever. So the old washer was perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with it. Like, stupid ass me never could figure out why it was doing that, but here it was just a freaking pump not coming on in time. And I tried to move the freaking black dewies on the sub pump, and I can't get them to fucking move. I don't know what the hell's going on with this damn thing. So I called my uncle, see if maybe he'll take a look at it. Maybe he can figure out how to move it. You know, I don't want to take vice grips to them because I might rip the rubber. Now, it is like a thick piece of rubber that you know, that gets slipped onto the shaft, but, you know, vice grips might rip into that, you know. So I didn't want to do that too much. I tried to do it by hand. I just like trying to pull concrete, you know. Stupid. It's like trying to pull concrete underneath your house, you know. Stupid. So, but he's probably cooking dinner, and it's not a big deal, so he can come over when he feels like it. But I'm just ticked off that, you know, I didn't see it coming. You know, the pump handles it. It's like because what happened is that it got full, right? And the washer was still puking it out like crazy. So I went and turned the pump on manually, and it actually did drop the level pretty quick. So the pump can take the load. It'll take the load fine. But it's just that it's not coming on in time. That's the thing. So I'm going to have to change that rubber dewey. Or see if my uncle can change it so it comes on a little sooner. I think what's going to have to happen is it's going to have to come on before the water level gets above the pipe in there. Because once the water gets you know, to that pipe level, the water pressure just kind of drops off, and then it's not tripping the pump on. So it's going to have to come on before that then. It ticks me off. It absolutely just pisses me off. I couldn't figure it out. So the old washer was perfectly fine. Fucking stupid. But, you know, I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know exactly. I thought it was the washer. I really did, because that's where most of the water was sitting at. Was underneath the washer. But I think what's happening is that on the pump, like where the pump is, the hole, there's a little chip of concrete missing, and I think what the water's working at sea, and it's on that washer side too, right? So it's coming over the pump and it's watering itself down to the washer. all that water. And then it just eventually, gravity just eventually takes over and then starts to walk it down the other way. Takes it down to where the water heater is. The water heater is on, it's in the center of the house, but in the basement, but it'd be on the east side of the washer. You guys have probably seen it in my videos, so, you know, it's just stupid ass me couldn't figure. You know, I thought it was the washer. I thought the damn thing was dickered, and you know, it's fucking fine. So when my mom wants to call him back, holy shit, who is that? I thought that was a fucking grizzly bear there. Holy shit, so someone walking this big ass fucking dog. This is kind of why I want to start walking around with a freaking 12 gauge in my fucking hand, because Jesus, stuff like that, you know, could have been a grizzly bear, you know. Holy crap, people. But yeah, so my mom wants to call him back and see if she can get the old washer back, because then she could probably actually just turn around and sell it to my grandma, because my grandma kind of needs a new one. You know, I'll just sell it for her for $100 or something. Because I don't really, but I don't want it back. She wants to get it back, but I don't want it back. Because we don't need it, so. I wonder who that guy is anyway. He's got that big dog. Wow. It's like I can't say it's a husky. Can't say that, because I don't even know what a husky looks like. Well, it's one of those freaking, kind of like one of those sniffing dogs, you know, that the cops use. I would flip my camera around. Let me do that quick. Yeah, maybe you guys, I can't zoom in because I'm using this, but see, that's the kind of camera the dog he's got. Look at that big dog. It's like one of those sniffing dogs. It's interesting. Huh. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, that must be like, it's like a, I don't know, is that a husky? I don't fucking know. I could Google it, I guess. Google would fucking tell me, but it's a big dog. And we have a big dog at the farm. It's not a husky or anything. It's just an ordinary dog, but she's big. She's so freaking big, you could ride her. It's like a mini dog, you know? It's like a mini horse, I guess I could say. So yeah, I don't know who the hell that is. I've never seen that dog before. It must be someone new that moved into town. But yeah, so it just kind of ticks me off, you know. Like I said, the old washer was perfectly fine. Whatever. I mean, it was time for a new washer anyway. I mean, we could have gotten probably another, you know. Well, if it's 6 years old, we easily probably could have gotten, you know, another year out of it, or maybe even longer. I don't know. You know. Fuck, we probably could have gotten 10, 15 years out of it, I bet. You know, at the rate that she's using it now. When we first moved in here, she was using it quite a bit. But now, you know, since we've had the shitter tank problem, she's been kind of cutting back on it. So I don't have to keep pumping it all the freaking time. Well, she just said to hell, then I'll just do it twice a week. And she's kind of stuck to that routine now, so. But, whatever. And my plumber didn't show up yesterday like I thought he would. He said not yesterday, it was Friday, he was going to possibly show up. Two things. One, he has to come get his pump, because I'm not going to need it. And two, he needs to replace those shut-off valves for my washer, because I can't get the hoses off. He has to pretty much just cut them right off, cut the pipe and everything, replace it. So yeah. Of course, that'll add on to my bill, but whatever. Probably wouldn't cost too much, but just to replace a couple of valves. There's that dog again. That is a big dog. It's got a super long leash on it too. Holy crap. So yeah. But we're just gonna keep the new washer. I mean, there's no point in obviously switching around again. Fuck it. Like I said, my mom wants to get the old one back, but really, what's the point? I mean, I kind of already tore it apart, and I don't know. Maybe he fixed it. I bet you he's probably going to fix it and try to turn around and sell it. I mean, if he figures out that it's fine, because I told him that it was probably leaking, and here to come to find out it's not leaking, so he's going to, fix it, put it back together, and he's probably going to sell it. So, and I'm not going to buy it back from him, So, I don't even want this son of a bitch back, We already have a damn washer, and it's brand new. This is probably its maybe 4th load now that we've ran through it, so it's kicking some serious ass. So, and my mom thinks that it's actually washing clothes a little quicker than the old one did. I think with the old washer it took like half an hour to wash a full load of clothes, like a big load. And that was with a double rinse too. But now I think it's like less than 20 minutes now. It's cut some time down. So it's better designed too. So it takes less water, it takes less power to run it. So it's a much smarter washer, And just like 6 years, there's a totally different it's a different world pretty much now with washers, because 6 years ago they weren't that good. This one wasn't that good anyway. So in 6 years we've come quite a ways. But whatever. So yeah, anyways, guys, I guess I'm gonna probably take off. I just want to tell you guys that little quick video for today. I do have some other. I gotta put those LED light videos together. I gotta make part 2 today. I'm just about done with it. I actually got 2 more lights to put on, and I'm actually done. And no, Big Red's not in here because the reason why I didn't leave him in here last night, I could have done it, but 2 reasons. Well, one main reason. It's because of that Dickard tree. I don't really trust leaving my equipment back here anymore. Tools, yeah, they're expensive tools, but the air compressor is that's kind of big. It's pretty expensive too, but it's old, so I don't want to have to buy a new one. I priced out a new one for about that same, 20 gallons. You're talking about $400 or $500, so. Yeah, it'd be more better than this one, but whatever. So that's why I didn't leave Big Red back here. I just didn't feel safe, I mean, the tree could fall down at any time, but, I don't want it to fall in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping and crush everything, so. It's just smart to just take it out for the night and be done with it. I'm going to bring her back in here probably pretty soon. It's supposed to get 36 or 38 today. So I'm going to wait to maybe afternoon there when it gets a little warmer out. Start working on that. Man, I was out. I don't know. I started making a video last night around 6 o'clock, right? Part 1. I was out there. I was back here until fucking 9 o'clock at night. It was freaking cold. It's still cold, but it's going to get a little warmer today. Of course, I started late last night too, right? So it got pretty damn cold. But I think I'm going to be able to I'm probably going to get finished here in the next hour. Or I'll be done if I started right now, I'd be done in probably about an hour. So, it took me quite a few hours to run all that wiring and the lights and everything. And I'm still not happy with it. I just can't make the wiring work to my liking. It's I might have to run that wiring underneath the 4-wheeler. But I can't. Because I'm almost out of zip ties. I need to get more of them. I only got like 4 left. And I need them to run my other 2 lights. So the way I have it run I have the wiring ran right now. I'm just going to leave it. And then I think when I get more zip ties, I'm going to disconnect a light or 2 and then play around with that wiring again. The wiring for the lights. See if I can get that maybe ran underneath the 4-wheeler. I'll just zip tie it up really well. Should be fine. I wanted to run it. The way I wanted to do is I wanted to go underneath the seat, which is the way I'm doing it now. But the way I have it right now is I got it coming for the lights in the back. I got that coming underneath the seat. Then it comes up the side of the panel. Well, I got to fix that that side panel there in Big Red. And then that's running up to my box. Well, I think the way I want to do it is I want to go underneath the seat, run down to the frame, like the bottom part of the frame of the 4-wheeler, running along the floorboard or whatever, and then go up where the rad is, in the coolant and everything. Come up that way, and then run up along the side. That'll take more wiring, but there's plenty of wiring there that should work. So I don't know. I'm gonna probably play around with a little, some more yet, but I'm just gonna mount my lights, and then I'll play with the wiring later on when I get more zip ties. And you know, because in order to move the wiring, I have to cut the other zip ties off, and that's a waste. So I don't have any more. So I'm gonna have to get some more Northern Tool. So yeah, man, guys, I'm gonna take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.